Alright, let's get into the next one. We're going to be talking about a fight which I don't have that much confidence in. I'm not going to lie to you guys. We've got Damon Jackson and Kamuela Kirk fighting each other. Damon Jackson coming off a fight against Charles Rosa, where Charles Rosa didn't really look amazing in that fight. Damon Jackson got about 10 minutes of control time, won the fight with a 10-8 round in there as well, even though he was bleeding like nothing else really. And Kamuela Kirk, on the other hand, coming off a few wins, a split decision loss to Bruno Souza, who's in the UFC right now, and a lot of people do think that he beat Bruno Souza in that one. He beat a guy in LFA by KO, made Daniel Swain quit on the stall in between rounds, and then he beat Makwan Amirkhani. That's a pretty important fight to note here, because Makwan Amirkhani is also a grappler, and he's also a guy that wants to get you to the ground. And Makwan Amirkhani did find success in this fight against Kamuela Kirk. He did manage to get Kamuela Kirk to the ground and stay on the top for a little bit, but Kamuela Kirk does work from the bottom. He's got 6 submission wins as well to his own name. He's never been submitted in his whole career. Damon Jackson, on the other hand, though, I do believe he's got like 17 submission wins or something, or 14 submission wins, I think it is, in his whole career. Something very impressive like that. If we look at Kamuela Kirk, just kind of as what I was saying, his last 5 in, he won the first round against Billy Quarantillo in that Contender Series fight, which is quite impressive. That split decision, you could definitely give it to Kirk if you watch the fight. It's a pretty controversial decision in my opinion anyway. But Damon Jackson, let's talk about his career for a second. This is not his first run in the UFC. He came in to the UFC in 2014 undefeated after a win over an 18-11 guy. As 9-0, he lost to Yancy Medeiros, and then he no contest with Roni Jason, draw with Levan Makashvili, and after that the UFC probably decided they didn't really want to hold on to him anymore, so he had to work his way back up. He got a few good wins over in the regional scene, a couple of really good wins on the UFC as well, to be honest, and he did fight in PFL one time against an undefeated Mavlid Kabuliev, got knocked out in 10 seconds. Not the greatest look, unfortunately, for him. And then also got knocked out by Ilia Topuria. So 3 of his 4 losses, I believe, are knockouts, which isn't the greatest look, really. Kamuela Kirk could definitely exploit that early on. And I think that the start of this fight is really going to dictate how the fight is going to play out. I think Damon Jackson, if he's able to get Kamuela Kirk to the ground early, just control him and uses grappling on top, potentially be looking for submissions on top, he's going to find success. I think if Kamuela Kirk is able to keep the fight on the feet, maybe utilize his own wrestling in there as well, maybe get some control time towards the end of the round, just to really make sure that he's banging on the nails of a 10-9 round for him. If he's able to keep the fight on the feet, dictate the pace, get a takedown here and there maybe, that's Kamuela Kirk's, I think, goal to win. But I think Damon Jackson, if he's able to get these takedowns early, if he's able to get these takedowns in the first minute of each round, I think he's going to be able to win these rounds quite well with a bit of top control, with a bit of ground and pounds, submissions attempts as well. We do know that he's got a good submission game. Kamuela Kirk, though, he does work from the bottom. He's going to be elbowing Damon Jackson from the bottom. He's going to be looking for submission attempts of his own. But I do think Damon Jackson, man, I'm picking Damon Jackson with not a lot of confidence, though. I'm going to say that right now. But I'm going to go with Damon Jackson. I'm going to go with the underdog here. I think that the Charles Rosa win is probably going to give him... I'm hoping that it's going to give him confidence in his grappling to be looking for takedowns early on in the round. So I'm going to be going with Damon Jackson. To my surprise, man, a lot of people in Tapology are picking Jackson as well. I was kind of hoping that I'd be on a little bit of an island here with the underdog pick. Unfortunately, I'm not. Still going to go with Damon Jackson. He was my original pick, and I'm still going to stick with him here. But it would, if Kamuela Kirk wins this fight, it's definitely going to tell me a lot about Kamuela Kirk, and I'm definitely probably not going to sleep on him going forward. But I do believe Damon Jackson is probably just going to be able to come out here with a smarter game plan and get the job done.